You settled in there pretty quickly after a couple of tries. Kind of what was the feeling after you finally got settled into the game and later in the second half?
I think the big thing is just trying to get comfortable with the system. It's the first time you're getting in, and just trying to build drives and put the points on the board.
Like specifically on the last drive, you guys obviously scored the touchdown, but what did you see on some of the big plays to Jaquez and moving down the field?
A lot of that was just the middle of the field being wide open, so just taking advantage of that and just trying to move the ball down the field and get points on it.
How did you kind of find out you were going into the game late in that second quarter? What was that moment like?
It was a great moment, obviously for me, but it was nothing big. Just maximizing the opportunity, like I said.
What was it, Coach Lachelle, that was primarily maybe talking with you through those moments?
It was a coach, one of the coaches on the staff.
Coach Venables said in the postgame that this is now a quarterback competition. What's your mindset going into that, and how do you compete in that competition?
It's nothing different. Just keeping your head down, going to work every week. Nothing big change. Not a big change in a week with the offense. Just keeping our heads down and just leading as a quarterback and just getting the team around you.
How comfortable did you feel with the offense when you got inserted into the game?
I felt pretty comfortable. Just getting those drives going and then finally getting points on the board and then just capitalizing on all of it. So I felt pretty comfortable.
Sorry, you stepped out and you started warming up with Casey. What were you thinking in those moments? What was going through your mind?
I'm just taking advantage of it and just keep moving forward. Even when adversity comes, you just gotta keep moving forward.
Do you have any nerves?
Oh yeah, you always gonna have butterflies, so yeah.
When that first snap kind of went haywire, did you feel a little bit of that nerve hit?
For sure, and then, when that happens, you just gotta get back going and just keep pushing.
Coach Venables mentioned that you're a guy that moments aren't too big for you, that you're kind of ready for everything. What do you maybe attribute that to be able to come into a game like that, like today, and perform?
The biggest thing for me is just trying to stay relaxed and having our guys around me building me up and just knowing that they're behind me. So when I get in, we can just move the ball and capitalize on big plays.
What was clicking on that drive where you got the touchdown? You hooked up with Petway over the middle, had a couple of nice runs. Was that you kind of settling into things? Did you just see things better? What went on that drive?
Just going into that drive, just me and Pet being on the same page, knowing where the linebackers were playing in the middle of the field, how deep the safeties were off the hash. So that was a big thing for us.
Kind of a wild play when you were scrambling and almost got to the end zone there. What was going through your mind when you did that flip and almost got in?
Just trying to get points on the board, trying to make a great comeback and get our team going on offense and just building that confidence up.
How did it feel knowing that you were the first one to get that touchdown?
It was a great moment just for me and my career going forward, but it was just a great moment for me just personally.
Did you feel things started to slow down as the third quarter kind of rolled on? You had more and more drives out there, getting up to speed with things.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with playing quarterback and it being your first time out there, just trying to build drives and experience is a big thing. So I think me going on and on kind of made me more comfortable.
Along those lines, you got the drive before the end of the first half. How helpful was halftime maybe for you, just in terms of kind of getting adjusted, getting comfortable, that kind of thing?
We had a plan against them, so we knew what they were running on defense going into the second half. So that kind of played a big part in capitalizing on offense.
What were the communications like with Coach Rochelle, maybe just during the game? How easy or how smooth was that?
It was real easy. Just kept it real simple and just kept the communication on a good page.
When you're watching from the sidelines, the offense is kind of struggling. Are you seeing things, maybe say, hey, this would work if I get out there? Are you communicating with the coaches when you do go out there, things that you might have seen that may work?
Just keeping our guys up when adversity is coming and when we're getting knocked back, just trying to keep going forward. But there's always me trying to help someone and on the team get better at something they could do.
The loss today and the struggles on offense for this team, has that affected the confidence of the team, do you think, at all?
Oh, it hasn't affected the confidence at all. We just going to come in tomorrow, get back to work, and keep going. Get ready for Auburn.
How helpful was the defense? Just, the way they played today, they kept getting stops. Did that help maybe you just continue to settle in?
Yeah, it played a big part in the game tonight. Our defense is really talented, and they have a lot of experienced guys on defense. So, that plays a big part in our team as a whole.
As the quarterback competition opens up, how big of an asset your feet ability to extend play is that going to be for you competing?
Say it again?
As the quarterback competition opens up, how big of an asset do you think your feet are, ability to extend plays, things like that, going to be for you?
It helps me a lot, but I just try to stay consistent and keep the little things right and keep my little techniques right.
After the game, what was some of the messages from some of the other guys? What did they say to you after you gone out there and gotten your first few minutes out there?
Just keep going and stay down. Don't let the outside noise get to you, and just stay as a whole and keep our guys up.
Was there anybody that really came to you and made sure to talk to you? Anybody in particular that had a good conversation with you or something like that?
It was multiple guys, so yeah.
Any more questions? Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.